Today, you're probably holding a computer in your hand. Your phone, your tablet, your smart fridge, yeah, they count. But where did it all begin? To understand computers, we have to go way back. Not to the 90s, not even the 1900s. Let's start in ancient times. Chapter 1. Ancient Tools. Thousands of years ago, people used devices like the abacus, a frame with sliding beads for basic math. Think of it as the first calculator. It wasn't digital, but it helped humans do one thing computers are great at: processing information. Fast forward to the 1600s, and people like Blaise Pascal and Gottfried Leibniz built mechanical calculators that could add, subtract, even multiply and divide using gears and wheels. Still no electricity, still no screens. But the idea was forming. Machines can think for us. Chapter 2. The Dreamers, 1800s. Now let's meet Charles Babbage, the man many call the father of the computer. In the 1830s, he designed the analytical engine, a machine that could follow instructions, store numbers, and even make decisions based on those numbers. His friend, Ada Lovelace, she wrote what we now consider the first computer program, making her the first programmer ever, decades before the first real computer was built. The 1800s gave us the blueprint, but we had to wait for the 20th century to bring it to life. Chapter 3. Code Breakers and War Machines, 1930s-1940s. In the 1930s, German engineer Konrad Zuse built the Z3, one of the earliest electromechanical computers. Meanwhile, in England, Alan Turing proposed the idea of a universal machine that could solve any problem given the right instructions. This Turing machine became the foundation of modern computing. During World War II, computers became weapons. In the US, the ENIAC was born, a room-sized machine with 18,000 vacuum tubes that could calculate missile trajectories faster than ever before. And over in England, Colossus helped crack Nazi codes. It was top secret and massive, but it saved lives. Computers were no longer just theories. They were real and powerful. Chapter 4. From Tubes to Transistors, 1950s-60s. The first computers were the size of buses. They overheated, they broke. They needed entire teams to run. Then came the transistor in 1947, tiny, efficient, and revolutionary. By the 1950s and 60s, computers were shrinking. Companies like IBM began making mainframes for businesses, still big but smaller than before. And in 1969, a small group of researchers connected 4 computers across the US. They called it ARPANET. That was the internet's baby picture. Chapter 5. The Personal Revolution, 1970s-80s. In 1971, the microprocessor was born, basically an entire computer brain on a single chip. That changed everything. Now computers could be personal. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Commodore entered the scene. In 1977, the Apple II launched. In 1981, IBM released its personal computer, aka the PC. Suddenly, computers weren't just for scientists or corporations, they were for you. At the same time, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs were shaping the software wars. Windows versus Macintosh. Command lines versus graphics. Icons, mice, floppy disks, and dial-up tones. The 80s were the Wild West of computing, and everyone wanted in. Chapter 6. The Web arrives, 1990s. In 1991, the World Wide Web went public. Now computers weren't just machines, they were portals to knowledge, connection, and cat videos. Search engines, email, instant messaging. Websites went from text-only to colorful, clickable playgrounds. By the end of the 90s, a computer without internet was like a car with no wheels. And companies like Google, Amazon, and Yahoo were laying the foundations for the internet we know today. Chapter 7. The Pocket Computer, 2000s today. In the 2000s, computers kept shrinking and getting smarter. Laptops became common, Wi-Fi became everywhere, and then came the smartphone. In 2007, Apple released the iPhone, and the line between computer and phone disappeared. Now your pocket-sized device has more power than the machines that sent astronauts to the moon. We live in the age of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, smart homes, and virtual reality. Computers are no longer just tools. They're our assistants, our classrooms, our entertainment, and sometimes our best source of directions. Closing. So what's next? From beads on a frame to billions of transistors in your hand, the computer's story is still being written. Will it be quantum computing, brain-machine interfaces, or something we haven't even dreamed of yet? One thing's for sure, the computer didn't just change the world, it became the world.